It is very dark. The moon is big and round in the sky. The water in the lake does not move. The trees are tall and black. Everything is quiet, too quiet. A small light in a cabin flickers. On, off, on, off. Then it goes out. We see a machete in the mud. Old, rusty, just sitting there. The water moves a little, but there is no wind. Then we hear it, a small music box. 3 soft notes. Ding, ding, ding. Then silence. Then, from the trees, we hear a knife scraping slowly across wood. Scrape. The music box stops. The lake goes completely still. Something is coming. 2 somethings. Big footsteps in the mud. Slow and heavy. Boom, boom. We see 2 large boots walking through the forest. Big hands. A torn jacket. A dirty hockey mask. It is Jason Voorhees. He walks without hurrying. He does not need to hurry. He always finds what he is looking for. He stops. He tilts his head. He smells something. Or feels something. Something is different tonight. He keeps walking. A car is stopped on the side of the road. The door is open. The engine is still running. Inside the car, nobody. We see footprints in the dirt, walking away from the car. They stop at the edge of the forest. We look up. Standing at the tree line is a tall, dark figure, wearing a pale white mask, a dirty blue jumpsuit, holding a large kitchen knife. It is Michael Myers. He does not move. He just stands there, watching, waiting. He tilts his head slowly to the side. Then he steps into the forest. A young woman named Sarah is driving fast on a dark road. She looks scared, but also focused. There are papers and photos on the passenger seat. She talks to herself quietly. 2 towns, 2 killers, same night. This is not a coincidence. She picks up a photo from the seat. It is a photo of Jason's hockey mask. She puts it down and picks up another photo. It is a photo of Michael's white mask. Her hands are shaking a little. They are both here. They are both in the same place tonight. God help anyone who gets between them. She drives faster. Sarah parks her truck outside a broken gate. The sign on the gate is old and falling apart. It reads, Camp Crystal Lake. She gets out of the truck slowly. She looks around. It is very quiet. Old wooden cabins, broken windows, tall weeds everywhere. A dock going out over the dark lake. Sarah takes out a small flashlight. She turns it on. She walks through the gate. Behind her, in the darkness, 2 large shapes move in the trees. They are getting closer to each other. Neither one has seen the other yet. Sarah pushes open a cabin door. It creaks loudly. She winces. She shines her flashlight around the room. Old bunk beds, torn sleeping bags, broken glass on the floor. On the wall, scratch marks, like someone was counting days. Sarah walks to a small table. There is something on it. She picks it up. It is a hockey mask, cracked, old, but recently moved. The dust around it has been disturbed. He was just here, a sound from outside. She turns off her flashlight. She stands completely still in the dark. Outside, those heavy footsteps again. Boom, boom, getting closer, getting closer. Then they stop. Silence. Sarah breathes through her nose, very slowly, very quietly. The footsteps start again, but this time they are going away. Sarah lets out a long, slow breath. She did not see it, but through the broken window behind her, just for a second, we see a white mask in the darkness, watching. Then it is gone. Scene 7. The first meeting X'd. Camp clearing night, a large open space in the middle of the camp. Dead grass. A broken fire pit. Moonlight coming down. Jason walks into the clearing from the left side. Michael walks into the clearing from the right side. They both stop. They look at each other. This is the first time either of them has ever met something like themselves. Jason is bigger, much bigger, wide shoulders, heavy boots. His hockey mask catches the moonlight. Michael is tall and still. His white mask is pale in the dark. His knife hangs at his side. Neither of them moves. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Michael tilts his head slowly to the left. Jason does not move. Michael takes one slow step to the side, not forward, but sideways, like he is walking around Jason, studying him. Jason turns his head slowly to follow Michael's movement. Michael keeps walking sideways, slow circle, watching. Then he stops. More silence. Then Michael moves. Scene 8. The fight begins. Next. Camp clearing. Continuous. Michael moves fast. Very fast. He drives his knife hard into Jason's side. Jason makes a low sound, like a growl. He looks down at the knife in his side. He looks back up at Michael. Slowly, he reaches down and pulls the knife out. He holds it for a moment. Then he throws it on the ground. Michael looks at the knife on the ground. Then he looks back up at Jason. He tilts his head. Jason swings. His big fist hits Michael like a truck hitting a wall. Michael flies backward across the clearing and crashes into an old wooden fence. The fence breaks apart. Dust and splinters everywhere. Silence. Then Michael's hand comes up from the wreckage. He grabs a piece of broken fence. He stands up slowly. His mask is cracked a little on one side. He looks at Jason. Jason looks at him. Both of them are thinking the same thing for the first time in their lives. This is not going to be easy. The moonlight barely cut through the thick pines as Sarah peered out her cabin window. A sharp crack, like a tree trunk snapping in two, had ripped her from a restless sleep. Down in the clearing, two shapes moved against the pale light. One was a giant, a silhouette of immense power. The other lay unnervingly still on the ground. A cold dread washed over her. "Oh no," she whispered, the words catching in her throat. Her heart hammered against her ribs. She had to get out. Now. Snatching her pre-packed go-bag from the floor, she backed away from the window, her eyes never leaving the horrifying tableau. Every instinct screamed at her to run, but she forced herself to move with a ghost silence, inching the cabin door open just enough to slip through. She pressed herself against the cold, rough wood of the cabin. Her breath held tight in her chest. The shadows were her only friends now. She began to sidle along the wall, planning a path through the darkest parts of the woods, away from the clearing, away from them. Suddenly, another deafening crash echoed from the clearing, a sound of pure, unadulterated destruction. That was it. Stealth was no longer an option. Survival was. Sarah broke from the shadows and ran. She didn't look back. She just ran, her feet pounding the soft earth, the sounds of the nightmarish struggle fading behind her as she plunged deeper into the forest's embrace. Back at the camp, the fight was a whirlwind of chaos. Jason, the hulking figure, wielded a thick metal pipe like a toothpick. He swung it with brutal force, tearing a massive hole in the side of a cabin as Michael, his opponent, nimbly dodged aside. Michael was faster, more agile. He used the camp itself as his weapon, scrambling onto a cabin roof in a heartbeat. From his perch, he launched himself downward, a glint of steel in his hand. He plunged the blade deep into Jason's shoulder, a hit that would have felled any normal man. But Jason wasn't normal. With a roar of fury, he grabbed Michael and hurled him through the air. Michael slammed into the ground, but was up in an instant, the two titans colliding once more. Their battle was a force of nature, a wrecking ball of violence that tore through another cabin, splintering wood and shattering glass. They burst out the other side and tumbled onto the long wooden dock, the structure groaning under their combined weight. With a final splintering crack, the dock gave way, and both of them plunged into the icy, black water of the lake. The shock of the cold was instant, but the fight didn't stop. Underwater, it became a desperate, silent struggle. Jason's raw power was overwhelming. He wrapped his massive hands around Michael's head and forced him under, holding him down with relentless pressure. Bubbles streamed upwards, then slowed, then stopped. Michael's struggles weakened, and finally, his body went limp in Jason's grasp. For a long moment, there was only the sound of Jason's heavy breathing as he surfaced, the dark water lapping around him. Convinced his foe was finished, he turned and waded towards the shore, his heavy footsteps sloshing through the shallows. He was almost to the tree line when a sound made him stop. A gasp for air, a surge of water. Jason turned slowly, his head tilting with a chilling curiosity. Behind him, Michael was rising from the lake. His clothes were torn, his body battered, but he was standing. He wasn't broken. A silent, unspoken message passed between them across the moonlit water. They were the same, monsters, unkillable. The fight wasn't over. It was just beginning. Thanks for watching this breakdown. If you love deep dives into your favorite horror icons, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another epic showdown. Let us know in the comments who you think would win the next round. See you next time. Scene 11. Sarah finds the way out east. Camp Road Sierra is running down the old camp road toward the gate. She is almost there. She stops. Standing at the gate, a shape. Tall. Still. White mask. Michael. He got there before her. Sarah backs up slowly. She looks left. She looks right. Behind her, those heavy footsteps. Boom, boom, boom. She looks back. Jason is coming down the road behind her. She is standing between them. Michael at the gate in front of her. Jason behind her. She looks left. The forest. She runs left. She runs into the forest as fast as she can. She does not look back. Behind her, Jason and Michael stand at the two ends of the road. They look at Sarah run into the forest. Then they look at each other. Jason steps forward. Michael steps forward. They walk toward each other again. Scene 12. The Deadliest. Camp Crystal Lake. Shore, Anai to the fight reaches the lake shore. Both of them are hurt. Jason has deep cuts. Michael has broken bones. Neither of them will stop. They fight in the shallow water, then deeper water. Then they are both underwater, thrashing. Dark water, bubbles. Then nothing. The lake is still. The moonlight comes back down. Silence. Sarah stands at the edge of the trees. She is breathing hard. She watches the lake. 30 seconds. 1 minute. Nothing comes out of the water. Sarah watches for a long time. She is shaking. Then she turns and walks slowly to her truck. She gets in. She starts the engine. She does not look in the rearview mirror. She drives away. The camera stays on the lake. Still water. Moonlight. Silence. Then, the water ripples. Just once. Fade to black. Final title card. Neither of them was found. Camp Crystal Lake was closed again. Haddonfield reported a missing person that same night. The case is still open.